What kind of dragons?
All of them.
Okay.
All of them. Every one of them. We're going to talk about every one of them. This is going to be about 8 hours long. So we're going to talk about every dragon from D&D to everything else. So
we're not going to focus on D&D. We're not going into stats. No. We're not going into in the books. We're not going into different versions and variations. We're sticking with fiction. So mostly movies, but we'll probably dabble in shows, books, whatever have you.
Well, and again, it is a very important part of D&D, right? Obviously,
it's one of the D's.
It's one of the D's you get, right? So
it's right there.
Right in, yeah. And if you want all the D, obviously we're gonna have to give it to you. So we're gonna give you 2 D's today. One from me, one from Patrick. So we're gonna talk about dragons. We're gonna talk about them in media, video games, everything, right? So again, not everything because this won't be that long. But so that's what we're on. So
dragons, super broad, been around forever. Yeah. Different cultures, different things. Eastern dragons, Western dragons.
Oh my gosh! So where do we want to get into? Do we want to go into media first, or we want to talk into conspiracy theories first? Because you can get into both.
Conspiracy theories is when we go deep, so I think we save that.
Okay.
Let's just push that to the side.
So actually, let's first. What's the difference between a wyvern?
Wyvern.
A
wyvern.
What a nerd!
I just corrected you on a fantasy creature.
Yeah. So.
But that's the classic thing to point out. It's a good nerd thing to prove your nerd cred in a bad way. Wyverns are 2-legged dragon beasts. Now you might be saying, wait a minute, all the dragons in Skyrim had 2 feet. They weren't dragons. They made a big mistake.
Yeah. Well, and
it's
actually,
very common.
This is kind of like for you real men out there that deal with guns. Whenever someone's like, it's not a magazine, it's a clip, or it's a clip. It's not a clip, it's a magazine.
That's a good example.
It's a good example. Wyverns versus dragons. Hold on, let me grab a little statue because I'm a nerd and I've got one.
Prop. So wyverns are 2-legged beasts with wings. Dragons have 4 legs. So a traditional dragon would be 4-legged. Things like
see. Oh, I stabbed myself in the face.
Dragons can be dangerous.
So this is a wyvern. Is that how you
wyvern,
say it?
Technically. I mean, in Skyrim, they're known as dragons. But
so you see,
they gave them 2 legs.
You see 2 legs, and then you also see that the arms are actually the wings. That's
like
a wyvern.
A classic dragon. There you go. See, there you go. Classic dragon.
That's a wyvern.
That's a wyvern.
Yeah. So
wyvern, 2-legged creature, very similar to a dragon. A 4-legged, and he'll probably get a better photo than that mini because it's miniature. But they're 4-legged. That is a traditional dragon.
Exactly. So we're just gonna throw this bitch up there.
There you go. Just hang.
Oh, it looks so cool. You're blocking.
There you go. There you go.
So there's the differences. Now let's go.
Now, we're touching on that so we don't have to touch on it later because a ton of media will have wyverns and call them dragons and they don't care. So we're going to choose to not care.
Yeah, we're not going to care either.
Things, Game of Thrones, Skyrim, all these things. It's very common to make that mistake. We're going to just touch
Nip
that up
in
top.
The butt right now.
Yep.
Then we're
touch it up top and then they're all dragons.
Yep. Now they're all dragons. So what is your favorite?
Favorite is hard.
Favorite is hard.
Favorite is difficult.
Let's talk about certain ones in media, right? So
classic one that I would argue is most known, but at least over time, Smaug.
Oh, Smaug. Yeah, I would say that is probably the most well known.
Probably. At least just it's lived on for a long time. The book's super popular. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the movies. They're slightly in the shadow of Lord of the Rings, at least in my eyes. But, hey, there was a cool dragon there.
Well, and obviously great voice by
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, exactly.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. He was a great voice. Honestly, I wouldn't have known it was him had he not seen
and he did full motion capture, which is fascinating to me. But very cool dragon.
Looks like a dragon.
He really does. Very cool dragon. Very cool depiction. Not a wyvern. We're not going to get caught up on that shit.
Well, and also, but a lot more dragon-esque than in a lot of media of like the coveting treasure. It was honestly
it was a super like traditional, which is what I liked about it. I think that's why that one really stands out to me. I don't love those films. Lord of the Rings is arguably perfect films. The Hobbit, Hobbit films have a list of flaws. They're not perfect by any means. But Smaug in them is great.
Yeah.
The only flaw, his name's really hard to say.
Yeah. Smog.
I never know. I feel like I always have to say it silly, just to address the fact that
I did realize that you did that when the first time I like Smaug. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, Patrick. I'm not gonna say it like that.
It's how I say it to address the fact that I don't know how to say it, and I'm just trying to nip the.
Well, and the good thing is, it did. You said it with such confidence. I'm like, that's probably how it's fucking.
Yeah, it's traditional.
I'm
right. You're wrong.
So he was really good though. I really did actually like that. Well, he gives it that good dragon voice. Like again, I'm not going to even try it because I'll butcher it. But it was really good.
The end of the second movie when he's flying towards the camera and flying towards the town. It's a very cool villainous.
Yeah.
And plus, it's a good depiction of a smart dragon because dragons really bounce all over the place in media, whether they're hyper intelligent and speak and they're smarter than humans, or whether they're like dumb rabbit animals.
Yeah. Kind of like, again, another one in media is Reign of Fire. They didn't talk.
Great movie. Underrated movie.
Really
when
underrated.
When was the last time you heard someone talk about Reign of Fire?
Never.
Joe Rogan's podcast when they talked about dragons.
Really?
Yeah, that was it. That's like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. It's a very seldom talked about. Reign of Fire, Matthew McConaughey, Christian Bale, Jerry Butler. Gerard Butler before 300.
Gerard Butler and Christian Bale. Again, I didn't recognize this till a decade after it came out. I watched it and I was like, is that Batman?
It was post-Newsies, but pre-Batman. So it was a weird time for him.
Pre-300. So
and Gerard Butler, before 300, I had no clue.
And I'm like, how did so many people that are great actors end up in such a great movie?
It's a weird film.
Yeah, it's a weird film.
Best names. What were they? It's...
something Abercrombie.
I gotta look them up.
Quinzel Abercrombie. No, great movie.
They're the best character names in a
honestly,
film.
So Christian Bale isn't like, I mean, he's pretty badass in the movie, but a real badass is Matthew McConaughey, and he was the only one I remembered in that movie. He's got a fucking axe. He's slaying he's not slaying dragons with the axe. I think he tries. He tries one.
He tries literally
I
one.
I remember. So in the previews, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't care if there's a spoiler.
Really quick, his name is Denton Van Zandt.
Dude, that's a good
Denton Van Zandt. So go ahead. Tell the tale of
Denton Van Zandt. He doesn't. I think he kills one a dragon with an axe.
It's been
time. Well, honestly, it's already down because if you're killing with an axe, it's probably
count it stolen kill.
Yeah, so he takes it. So he sucks up its soul. And then in the last one, I remember in the previews, they show him and they have him jumping off this like water leap. It's like a water tank or a construction site. And he's like, no! And
the whole movie, I'm pretty sure, is done at a construction site. It's the grayest movie ever made.
Yeah. I'm thinking of like Charlie Chaplin, Black and White. I'm like, yeah, I think it is
slightly grayer than that.
Yeah.
It's just, which works with the fire because it's all gray, and then the burst of flame is cool, but it's very gray.
So he goes off, and I remember in the previews they just show that, and I'm like, how does the dragon not just?
And that's what happens. Exactly what happens. Denton Van Zandt is just dragon food immediately.
Kind of disappointing.
Weird way to kill your main character.
Yeah. Well, he's the second. Christian Bale is the main.
As a kid, I always thought it was the main character.
That's because you only knew Matthew McConaughey.
That's probably correct. I was like, who's this other guy?
Who's this other guy that I've seen in Newsies a million
The
times?
other guy, by the way, Quinn Abercrombie.
Great name. Great name.
Just the best names.
Well, Quinn's not a great name, but it's a good.
Quinn Abercrombie, though.
Yeah, but you figure if you saw that kid in high school, you'd be like, he's one of the
you
guys.
You know if it was a boy or a girl.
He's a douche. Yeah, exactly.
Pop collar slaying dragons.
If he was also Batman, yes.
But they're a great depiction of not smart dragons. They don't really depict them as being intelligent at all.
They don't speak.
They're like rats with wings.
They are rats.
They're these big like nuisance animals.
I love that there is a scene in that movie though where the king dragon, which is the one that starts kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
He has all the smaller dragons flying around him. Oh my gosh. I could watch that instead of porn and I'd still be ready to go.
Still
so I'm just
drive
saying.
It home.
Yeah, still drive it home. I'm like, oh.
I like how you said could instead of do, just to leave a little.
I don't want people to think of how big of a nerd I am. So I mean, whatever. Comment by the way with your favorite movies with dragons.
If anyone wants to throw out some dragons, good depictions of dragons.
We're just loud and noisy, Wood. So.
Very
sorry. I can't hear you though.
Speaking of Brian, Brian, what is your favorite depiction of a dragon in
wrong? It's wrong. I can already tell.
I want the
actually, if you say the movie that's my favorite, I may kill myself on video.
I want you to wow us.
I'm going to wow you. I guarantee I'm going to wow you with my choice.
See it.
Because I went deep into the archive here for this one.
All right.
Elliot the dragon.
Don't know who that is.
Not familiar.
Okay.
Probably a sissy dragon with the name Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot, interesting dragon name. I would have gone with Quinn Abercrombie if I was a dragon. But
Okay, are you guys ready to be wowed?
definitely wow me with the tale of Elliot.
Okay, I will. Let me see if I can share that picture.
Oh, the furry like moss dragon.
That's not Pete.
No. Pete is the one who owns the dragon. It's Pete's.
Oh,
Pete's
yeah.
dragon is
Pete
Elliot.
Dragon
What
is
an idiot
Elliot.
not naming it also Pete. Name your dragon also Pete, so I remember.
Did you name your dog?
Also
Jeremy?
confused.
Yeah, name all of them that.
Also often confused as Puff the Magic Dragon, which is probably my second favorite, which is not actually a dragon.
I love cocaine. Oh, you took it. You actually you go away.
No,
You
that's
took
no,
my favorite.
No, that's a perfect segue.
That's not a perfect segue.
I'm leaving it.
Damn it, Ashley, you come back every time.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
that is my favorite.
Pause on that one. I want to hear more about Elliot.
Yeah.
So,
Ashley,
Brian,
you go away, but that you have the best.
So, Elliot.
We'll get on that in a second. But Brian, what makes Elliot your favorite dragon?
Well, because I don't even know if okay, there's discussion on as to whether they're real or not, right? So Elliot is seen by this boy only, except for when the people then actually believe that he's there, then they can see him. So
Santa
to every
situation.
yeah, it's kind of the same thing. So but our drag I know you guys are going to go down conspiracy road.
Yeah.
But our
dragons
dragons
are real.
real.
We'll get there.
Our dragon's real.
Do you just need to believe?
That's what I'm saying. So that's what makes Elliot special, is because once you believe, it's like you jumped on the Polar Express and now you're going to see Santa. You know, would you be able to get on the Polar
Got a
Express?
reference within a reference, man. Like
Now I need a movie with Tom Hanks saying dragons are real.
playing a dragon, or
No, he needs to take you on a place where dragons are real.
train to the dragons.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be too close to Polar Express. Maybe a Humvee.
Pete's dragon. I remember reading it as a kid. I never actually saw the movie though.
So there's two. The old one from like the 70s is terrible because it
Yeah,
has
I
a
vaguely
cartoon.
remember that.
Yeah, it's
See,
the cartoon.
he always got mixed up with Puff the Magic Dragon, and I tried cocaine, never saw a dragon, so I don't really get that whole thing.
You know,
So if you go back,
Yeah, you
if
do.
you go-
When you get in your nose, like, oh,
no, Puff, it's
And
like
you-
a pipe.
no, you're
You're doing the wrong drugs.
yeah,
cocaine. I'm doing all the right drugs.
actually, Puff the Magic Dragon is referring to heroin because you are constantly chasing the dragon when you've done heroin.
You can smoke.
Yeah,
heroin.
but heroin is extremely addictive, and poor people do it. So I do cocaine like a rich person,
Pretty Whitney Houston over here.
and I will always do cocaine.
So there you go.
Did you see the newer movie though? Was it good?
Yes, it was better than the original, and I got into many arguments over that because
So far.
Jay and I talked about this, I think, 2 weeks ago, how people hold on to the nostalgia of a movie and
That's-
forget that it actually
Which actually-
sucks.
Good segue to Ashley, our champion commenter with Dragonheart.
Of course, you
I
would say.
almost refuse to watch it because in my head, it's perfect.
It is perfect. So for anybody that hasn't seen that movie, it's the greatest dragon movie that you should never watch.
Sean Connery, who I'm pretty sure in real life is a dragon.
Yeah, I could support that.
Rest in peace, big guy.
And then,
Honestly, when he died, I was like, he'll never play James Bond and or Dragonheart
Dragon
ever.
James Bond.
It really was a Dragon James Bond. Actually, if you don't watch Dragonheart again, but he wasn't a tux.
That movie was wonderful.
It
And
really was.
I haven't seen it in so long because I'm afraid the effects don't hold up and probably look
Yeah.
awful and horrible.
I don't
But in
want
my head, it looks perfect. In my head, the dragon looks great. The voice is fantastic. It's just, exactly life-changing for sure. Dead on. It's a great movie. I watched it as a kid. The villain.
How do you kick people out of a live stream?
so.
I'll kick you out. All right.
So the whole kind of like premise of the movie is he gives part of his heart to a prince, I think it is.
Yeah, the creepy blonde fella. Right?
Yeah, and then
It's been a long time.
They end up coming together and helping take over their kingdom from an evil threat. And So he gave us part of his heart. So if he dies, the dragon dies, and vice versa.
Yeah, they have like a life
They have
connection.
a life connection. And it's Sean Connery. And so a part of it, they do this like,
who's the actor? I can't think of his name. I can't place him. What's the main actor's name? Not Sean Connery, but the other fella.
I don't know. We'll just say Keith Richards. So Keith Richards.
Absolutely not. I will find out though.
It totally should be Keith Richards.
No, he's good. He's in things.
Wait, what year is this from?
Like for Dennis Quaid. That's it. Dennis Quaid.
God,
I know, but Dennis Quaid.
Die?
No, he's dating like a 20-year-old now.
Hell yeah, go Dennis Quaid.
But no, Dennis Quaid plays a knight who finds this dragon, and they like strike a deal because he's going to be a dragon slayer, and they fake it, which is hilarious to me. That's my favorite parts of the movie is the dragon fake dying, so Dennis Quaid can be famous.
Well, and Sean Connery does such a good job. Like he's like, oh no, I'm gonna. Oh well, obviously he's like, oh no, I can't even do it. Scottish accent.
Good dragon.
Yeah. I can't do a Scottish accent. But he talks about like, not a Sean Connery good enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I don't want to even, slant the name. So, but anyway, he ends up he pretends to take a spear to the heart, and he's like overacting like crazy.
Yeah, which makes it super funny. I love that movie.
It was a great movie. Great.
Good fantasy, good humor.
Good on you, Ashley. You're a good human being. This fucking dude down.
Moss dragon.
Elliot, get the hell out of here with that silly ass shit. Does he sound like fucking Sean Connery? No, then he ain't the fucking top D.
Point.
However, shittiest movie with a dragon in it.
Ooh.
I've got one.
You got one?
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 2 for sure.
Annihilation. Technically it's not a dragon. It's just Liu Kang.
As a dragon.
Yeah. Shao Kahn also turns into like a three-headed dragon.
The best effects ever in a film is the close-up of both of them. So they win it twice. But when he starts to have his head stretch, it's amazing. That movie, it's so bad. And people only watch it for one reason. That when you plug in the DVD, it literally has on the menu, there's like 3 options here. There's play,
scene selection,
and then just the fights.
Yeah, great.
Where it literally is 13 minutes long, just the fight scenes, cuts out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to watch that movie because it's fucking terrible. So bad. But
worst movie
hilarious depiction of a dragon. And then a hydra, I guess, a 3-headed dragon, whatever you want to call it. Whatever Shao Kahn turns into, they turn into clay. Literally. And then they smash their heads against each other, and then one turns not into clay, and then the movie ends.
Speaking of dragons, Mortal Kombat, the new where they showed just a part of it, him turning into that fire dragon.
Very brief, but super psyched for that movie. Super psyched.
Fatality.
Oh, I'm so.
Or is that Animality?
Well,
Animality. Is that when he turns into a dragon?
We're about to get nerd. In the OG, it was his fatality because animalities didn't exist.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy introduced animalities, and that's where it was dragon. But in the original, he turned into a dragon.
Good times, good stuff.
That's when they brought in like the babalities and friendshipalities as well.
Yeah. Trilogy is where they introduced friendship, babality, brutality.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of like the friendship ones.
Friendship.
No, friendshipality. That's
I like the baby ones. Those were fun.
Babalities were always funny, especially on the robots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they're little cute robots. I kind of want one.
Cute little baby robots.
I would totally adopt a little baby Smoke or a little baby Sector.
Smoke. Human Smoke.
Obviously, I'll adopt any small ninja. If you have a small ninja,
please contact me.
I'll adopt him for sure. Guaranteed.
I'll take several.
If he's got different colored masks, he's mine, especially green. I'm a huge reptile fan. So,
Smoke.
Reign of Fire is a good movie.
Reign of Fire is great. I think it's underrated. It's a weird movie that no one talks about. And we talked about, I'm afraid to watch Dragonheart because the effects probably don't hold up and look like childish cartoons. But I think Reign of Fire, the effects do hold up, which is weird. That movie came out in the early 2000s.
2002, I think.
I think that's right. And it
as if I didn't Google that like literally 30 minutes before.
You gotta stick with the bluff.
2002, if my memory serves me correct.
But
you're amazing.
The dragons in that, they look stellar. Like the dragons actually look good, which is weird. I mean,
and Godzilla has King Ghidorah or whatever. It's a giant 3-headed dragon. I'm really excited. There hasn't been a lot of dragons in movies lately that I think
since Smaug.
There's
Smaug was kind of the most recent.
There's a new show out called Raya and the Last Dragon.
So I actually saw that.
Did you see it? I haven't seen it
Yeah.
yet. Is
So,
there a dragon
okay.
in The Last Dragon?
So for anybody that doesn't know, because I have brought it up already in this podcast.
Quick point. As far as Disney Plus movies go, Mulan, no dragon. Sans dragon. There was no.
Excuse me?
What do you mean?
In the
Mushu.
live action one.
Mushu is not in the new Mulan.
In the new
in the
That's what I'm
live
saying.
action.
No,
That's
very
live action.
recent live
I thought you
action.
forgot about Mushu.
No, that's my whole
best friend.
It's my whole point. Is the new Mulan decided to cut out the dragon? Then the next movie they made, The Last Dragon.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like they are anti-dragon and then suddenly they're pro-dragon. Is there a dragon in Raya?
Right. Yeah. Right. There's actually a lot of dragons. So the whole
Shitload
point,
of dragons.
So it's
So the
very,
last dragon has nothing
it
to do with there
seems-
being
well,
one dragon.
It's a very like Asian movie, which is awesome. So just for anybody, because I actually have brought this up, so I'm gonna.
No, that's
Right.
fine. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to.
He was the buddy that I told you guys I went to China with and trained with.
False.
It's on the internet. So
Potentially not real.
potato. I don't know why I said that.
Photoshop.
So anyway, so they have all these dragons. It's actually Chinese dragons, which we'll talk when we go into like
We talked a little about the
theories.
beginning, yes,
Yeah.
but keep going. Different.
So they don't have
different.
wings.
So again, with
they
the
have-
wyverns having 2 legs and the European
Yeah.
dragons having 4,
Chinese
typically
dragons
Asian dragons have
0 wings. So they kind of how they actually do is they actually can walk on water. So if it's raining, they can fly. Well, like fly, right?
I
so
want to
they
see
can-
this movie.
It's actually a real. I
sounds
actually
like-
think it's a really good Disney movie. I know if you guys want to pay $30 goddamn to Disney Plus, go ahead.
Which
I did.
nails why I haven't seen it.
You
Yeah,
did?
exactly. Actually, I have it. You want to watch it? At my
I
house?
would love to.
Yeah,
I
'cause
would
I paid
love
for
to.
the
It'd be
streaming
lovely. We could.
Yeah, give me your login. Just
Wyvern
tell
do
it
a
to me over
great
the air.
Raya?
Yeah, Raya.
Raya?
Raya and the Last Dragon is what it's called.
It sounds cool. I just don't want to pay 30. I want to pay $30 for any movie.
Nope.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. Anyway, so Come Fart Tsunami, great movie. Anyway, so you
Part 7.
oh, are we talking
That's
dragon
when
movies?
they really nail it.
Oh, you know what? Dragons in Game of Thrones are also pretty rad.
Yeah, the Game of Thrones. It was Ashley.
Ashley, you
you're
just
killing it.
You
You're
just
killing
oh,
it. Dragon.
Okay. So really quickly, I'm going to make me another drink while he talks about
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Ashley is the dragon master. So the dragons in Game of Thrones, great. Especially, I think it's season 4 is when they start to get really good. Season 8 we don't talk about. They look good, but the rest of the season. But yeah, Game of Thrones, some of the most interesting dragons. It's some of the most modern graphics dragons we've seen in anything as well. Again, Smaug and the Hobbit movies, super good. But I think the best we've ever gotten as far as CG, as far as a modern interpretation of dragons, I think Game of Thrones is where it's at.
So what kind of dragons were they?
What do
Like,
you mean?
Like, so you said that typically Asian dragons don't have wings.
So they no Game of
So
Game
I've
of
never,
Dragons,
I've
I
never
think
watched
fall
a
under
single
Wyvern.
episode of Game of-
They have 2 legs, so they fall in the Wyvern thing, but they refer to them as
Ah.
dragons. So again, Wyvern dragon starts to kind of just become the same term at a certain point.
Okay.
It gets arbitrary, but yeah, there's 3 in that, and they're super well done. Go for it. I don't care.
I've never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones, so I don't know what kind
Really?
of. Yeah, never. Oh,
Never an
no.
episode.
Okay. I'm sorry. Eric wins this hands down.
Falcor and the Never-Ending Story. Very solid.
Yeah,
There's another
yeah.
one that I haven't. Did you ever see Never-Ending Story? Falcor?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a long time, and I know he's kind of a metaphor for like death and sadness. Like the
Who
whole.
cares? That was fantastic. I loved it.
It's moderately depressing to watch as an adult. As a kid, you didn't really pick up on the weird themes of like time creeping on you.
Yeah.
But great. It's super great.
show.
Great
The first
movie.
one
I think
was
one of the greatest movies, not the one of the greatest dragons.
No,
Right.
yeah,
Falcor is the love dragon. You write on his back. He's your friend.
You're a badass dragon. I want to
Yeah,
say
he
We didn't say badass. We said good.
Sean Connery.
Good.
Sean Connery would kill all
Good.
those other dragons. Like
Falcor is
again,
not meant
you
to
could-
kill. He's
Falcor would
meant
be
to
like,
guide
no,
you.
and Sean Connery would be like, "I'm going to kill your loss," and that's what he did. Actually, he'd make love to Falcor.
Nick just joined us.
Nick, yes, we did cover Smaug.
We get to cover Smaug.
He's a good one.
Very solid one.
I don't think he's good as Falcor. I got to place him number 3
Yeah, Falcor's better.
Who?
under Sean Connery, and I'll give him Falcor for number 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then Smaug number 3.
It depends on what criteria we're going up. Because again, Game of Thrones dragons, I think, are some of the best modern rendering of dragon. They look incredible.
But you didn't say what CGI dragons were the best, because if you want to talk that, then we're talking Elliot the dragon.
It depends on your criteria. 'Cause you're just going off of like depiction, like artistic rendering of a dragon. Game of Thrones dragons are amazing, but the story does lack a lot, and they are kind of dumb dragons.
Yeah.
They're a weird in between of dumb. They're not Reign of Fire like invasive species dumb, but they're also not, Dragonheart scheming dragon smart. They're weird in between. They're very interesting. They're good. I love Game of Thrones. Not season 8, but season 8 it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
We don't want to get into that. That's a whole subject in itself.
Us getting depressed about Game of Thrones.
Let's talk about media that's made us sad.
Yeah. That would be up there for sure.
But Falcor's good.
Falcor's a good
got
one.
that real like guide.
Yeah.
Your best friend kind of dragon, which is a common at Pete's dragon. Same shit. Same best friend dragon. That's a common theme.
Yeah. Again, I still have to give it to Ash with Dragonheart is my
Super
favorite.
solid.
That's
It's best friend. It's super smart. It's badass. It'll kill you. It's Sean Connery.
Exactly.
How do you beat it? It's hard.
I don't know, because if you watch the movie, you have to watch it very carefully. But he actually has, the one from Aragon is actually a pretty good one too. Yeah,
I never read the books.
Me either, because
I'm
don't read
illiterate.
books.
Yeah. I read The Hobbit.
Dumb.
Aragon's good. The movies I feel like were almost great. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like it was on the edge of being awesome. They weren't bad. I enjoyed them, but almost great is the best description I can think of.
Yeah, that's the best description I can think of. Too.
It's a description. Shut the fuck up.
There's very few times because I usually fuck up words literally every third or so. Yeah, Dragonheart is so badass. I agree.
We're getting a lot of votes for Dragonheart, and I think that's rightfully so.
You know what? Come back, Sean Connery. We need you for Dragonheart.
Which is interesting. We should touch on the sequels. I've never seen them.
I have either. I know they don't have Sean Connery, and that's all that matters.
Or Bill Paxton. They got nothing.
Have you seen him, Bri?
No, I have not seen the sequels. Some shows you just don't watch.
3 of them.
Ash, have you?
If anyone's seen the Dragonheart sequels, let me know if I should. Because I will.
Like a nerd, she probably did.
Yeah, I know. She's probably like, I saw 12.
If anyone gives me the slightest recommendation, I'll watch them. But I bet I'll have a bad time.
Yeah, that's how
they don't have any of what made the first one good.
Sean Connery?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, you nailed it. And that's, to me, why make a sequel to a movie when it's very star-driven like that? When like those are what made it good? Why make a sequel?
Exactly.
They're obscure direct-to-DVD bullcrap singles anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw them at 7-Eleven. I'm like, that's how you know they're garbage.
Yeah,
if you see a movie,
if they're by the register at 7-Eleven, there's issues with that film.
Garbage. Actually, you know what though? The only reason why I can't shit talk that too much is okay, so she did watch it.
Oh wait, no. I want to know her opinion.
So she said the sequels are not as good. No, don't watch them.
You
can stop with the first one. You can top the first one.
Ashley, you saved me 4 hours of my life.
He'll watch them anyway.
I
legitimately,
legitimately.
The only reason I know about shitty movies is he watches shitty movies as if it's a hobby, and then he goes, "Bro, let me tell you about this."
But then I feel more educated for it. I have,
but you're not. You only live once.
You can't have sweet without bitter.
Yes, you can.
No. If you only eat sweet, you don't even know what you're having. You got to taste the bitter. You got to watch those bad movies to enjoy them.
I would disagree with that.
That's because you're a coward and a fool.
Honestly, I let him watch the bad movies for me.
And then I'll give you a 2-hour spoiler description of it.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes longer than the movie itself.
So Nick came in with I do have to say that I got to put Smog as number 1. Wrong, but that's fine. The way he bursts out of the mountain covered in gold and saying all he wants is good, is too good, chills him every time.
I agree. And I think he nails some of the more classic European Tolkien dragon. I mean, of course it's Tolkien because it's written by Tolkien, but the greed dragon hoarding the gold, it does hit a very classic dragon.
Well, also it's, it has a lot of other things that encompass the dragon, like obviously the whole plot is them getting to. You've got hobbits, you have dwarves.
It's classic fantasy.
It's
classic
fantasy.
Classic fantasy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where obviously, I mean, don't wrong. Dragonheart takes place in medieval times, and obviously, again, Sean Connery.
You're stuck on that.
I am. He's got a Walther PPK. If you watch the movie, at
The dragon pulls a
he
gun.
pulls it for a second. And he's like, "No,
And
fuck
then he holsters
I'm not-
it again,
I'm not
and then
gonna,
he adjusts his tie.
I'm not gonna kill you, lost, but I could have.
Sorry, bow tie.
Could have killed you."
By the way, Scottish nailed. Sean Connery
not even close.
missed by so far it shocked me.
What's the one that always gets people with him? Is just shelf.
What?
It's like where you say either self or shelf. He always says shelf instead of self.
I've never caught that.
I
I don't hear.
I've
him
seen
talk
a lot
about
of
shelves
memes.
very often.
Well, no, that's the thing. He says like he'll be like, "Oh, a pleasure myself," and you're
So bad.
I know. I can't do it. You know
I can't
why?
either.
Because only Sean Connery.
Because the
can.
one man,
Yeah, exactly.
he was something special.
He really was.
He's still. I always think he's King Richard, in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is very
How
special.
is he the king and the dragon? There's
wish-
got to be a.
I wish there was a dragon in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, so I could talk about it for like 20 minutes, but I can't. So we'll save that one for later.
So anyway, if Kevin Costner was a
Was a
dragon,
dragon. Then I know the best film.
so we'll kind of dive in of, do you think dragons were ever real? And he's going to be the
Conspiracy. So it is interesting. The biggest thing about it is it transcends culture. That's the
it really
big,
yeah. That's
the
weird.
big weird one where it's like, wait a minute, classic European literature, classic Asian fairy tale, like all these interesting stories reference dragons. So the question is, were they real ever?
So okay, here's the thing. The pessimist in me thinks negative. They're not
Coward.
real. Yeah, exactly. But on another thing, I'm like, it is weird that at all these different times in history that you have these dragons that, though they look different, were all similar large creatures that could fly, whether they had wings or could just magically fly.
Breathe fire. I mean, there's commonalities between.
That's
them.
what I'm talking about, Nick. 100% they were real.
Boom!
So
Why are dinosaurs real then and not dragons?
So okay, so
They
here's
haven't found a lot of
so-
dragon fossils.
so here's the counter argument to that, right?
Okay.
Is the counter argument to why they haven't found fossils is they were like birds. They had hollow bones, so
So
they
they
actually
decay.
they decay.
much,
They actually
much more quickly.
exactly. So now the only problem with
Which would
that,
make sense if they could fly. They likely would have some form of hollow bones. Yes.
yes, I love Robin Hood.
Ashley
Is a woman of culture.
Well, Ashley knows. I would say she knows her shit.
Yeah, she does know her
I'd
shit.
love to have a movie night with Ashley.
Yeah,
Several movie nights actually.
But so the whole point is they like obviously have hollow bones, so they're actually not fossilized. That's their big thing, right? But again, it actually goes back to Babylon times Tiamat. Did you know Tiamat, that the one that's the actual god in
that's D&D.
in D&D god is actually
But
a real
told through
god
many things.
in Babylon. Yeah, I feel like they've evolved from pterodactyls, but were bigger.
Or
and
maybe the
stronger.
other way around. Maybe they were dragons and they devolved to pterodactyls.
Exactly.
Who knows? 'Cause pterodactyls we have some fossils of, but dragons, there's something. There's something to it.
And again,
There's some commonality.
It is weird. That's why I kind of brought up earlier. I kind of just said like a little thing of like
Babylonian times.
Babylonian time. So they believe that Tiamat was this god of so they actually in Babylonian times actually believe that people came from Tiamat, that the blood from Tiamat is actually what made human beings.
I did.
I feel it. I feel like a dragon most
just
times, and I'm
know.
like, this is
It's why you feel that Sean Connery connection.
exactly. I try to breathe fire all the time. You don't know
You
if you have
legitimately
super.
do.
You don't know. Okay, so here's the thing.
Jared has a theory that you don't know if you have superpowers unless you check ad nauseum.
Yep, exactly.
You know, I that's
I don't know,
You
but
just always will just.
one of these times.
jump off a tall building there, Jay.
No. So you don't want to
No,
say
you don't want to do one of those where you can't turn back,
exactly.
but you try and fly to the top of a tall building.
Exactly.
So
Now,
at the
all of a sudden-
bottom, you just strike a Superman pose and you just hope.
yeah. Usually it's when I'm drinking, but there is seldom times when
I've
I'm
seen you do it sober.
not. Damn
like-
it. I really need
like a
somebody
lie.
that doesn't know me that well.
I can lie.
Yeah. What says no? They were not real. Don't. I'm gonna be
Coward.
honest, Nick. I don't know where you're coming at,
All right,
but
Nick,
I feel like I'm being attacked.
who hurt you?
I'm about to cancel you. Cancel culture is a thing. Don't tell me dragons aren't real. So,
Nick, give me 4 good reasons. 7. Give me
32.
I want 115 good reasons why.
What's
dragons
7 times 7? 42.
No.
7 times 7, 42.
That's 6. But
Oh, I was 1 off, and he's like, "You fucking idiot."
no, you were 7
49.
off. You were 7 off.
Well, no, I was 1 multiplication.
Ashley's in for movie night. I'll be in contact. But
Okay. No, it's gonna be great. So again, you have they don't believe they're real, or sorry, the theories are that obviously again they've been around since Babylonian
there's some
times.
sort of historical basis. At least.
Exactly.
Whether it was, typical story told dragons or whether it's some kind of there's something they were basing it off of.
Well, and I think it was Nick that was talking about them evolving from pterodactyls, or somebody talked about
it was
evolving from pterodactyls. You do have that point of like, it is weird that there's not a lot of flying reptiles other than birds are like raptors, right? But there's no
Dinosaurs in general. There's a lot of theory of that they had a lot of feathers. And that they
Yeah,
were more
I've seen
bird-like
that, yeah.
in general. The T-Rex could have been a feathered beast. And Steven Spielberg poisoned all of our brains with Jurassic Park.
No, I think Jurassic Park was a documentary.
I'm fairly
100%
confident,
sure.
but he may have miscloned them with that frog DNA that he used, where it messed them up and they didn't have their feathers.
Yeah.
Because they messed up a lot. Velociraptors aren't that big; they're small. Velociraptors are little. Things.
No, sorry. Spriggan said that dragons weren't real. Sorry.
Tegan.
Well,
Tegan.
Tegan. The fact that you saw that as Tegan,
There's
Tegan.
not an S.
Tegan. I would have saw Tegan.
Tegan. Okay, well, you said Spriggan.
Yeah. Tegan isn't a real name, so I can't believe somebody that doesn't have a real name that their dragons weren't real.
And how do they know? That's the part. That's the whole thing. Is how do they know? There's some weird thing of anytime something transcends culture like that and goes through different things, it's got to be real, right?
Exactly.
To some extent. I like to me, I feel better if I believe in them, so I'm gonna.
Exactly. Well, and again, I can see that being very plausible that they had hollowed bones so that they could fly, and so that they decayed super fast. Or there was a.
Do pterodactyls have hollow bones?
No,
I don't know.
They don't.
Are you just saying that?
No, because they have fossils. They have fossilized.
But were they hollow?
No, they weren't hostile. I actually looked it up before the podcast.
Okay, I'll trust you.
No, they don't have hollow bones.
It's hard to tell.
Their bones are lighter.
And your real confidence.
Their bones are lighter than obviously
like a bird.
Yeah, but they're not hollowed like a. Well, actually, bird. Most of their bones are hollow, so they probably wouldn't fossilize. Yeah.
Okay.
But where pterodactyls weren't, we were actually able to see.
We're also both fossil experts.
Yeah,
so if you really trust us.
Yeah, we're Federalophicists.
I was gonna
name one thing that's a bone doctor. You don't know because you're stupid too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on YouTube.
Phlebotomist is blood. What's a bone doctor? A bone.
They don't know, so just let them believe.
All right, we're both bone doctors, so that's why we know the dragons are real.
Thank you, Nick. She has no facts to support, so they're definitely real.
Exactly.
That's exactly.
I think it's one of those things where if you can't prove it's not real, then it's absolutely real and you're stupid.
Exactly.
There's no in between. There's no up for debate. If you can't prove it, you're probably dumb.
Exactly. It's in Asian culture. It's in
at least 2 cultures. That's a lot of cultures.
I think that means it's a thing.
Yeah.
So if you believe in coronavirus, you should believe in dragons.
Let's not get political. We already did with the dragon talk, but
yeah, I know. I mean, I don't want to separate the nation with this dragon talk, but
what other good dragons are there?
So again, we go to video games. You got Alduin and Skyrim.
I think
great dragons.
Skyrim was some of the best where you could kind of interact with dragons.
Yeah.
Whether it was ride them, defeat them, whatever. Skyrim had some of the most one-on-one with dragons.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of things that are like spin-offs of dragons. I mean, you can go all the way to Mario with Bowser. Bowser is kind of a dragon-like beast. There's no wings.
He is a dragon.
He doesn't fly.
Say again, Brian?
I said he is a dragon, and music cultures with dragons. Mexico has a I'm hearing an echo on your end.
Well,
But
Aztecs
Mexico
do
has
too.
yes.
Aztecs have dragons.
Brian is also a bone doctor and knows about the He's a specialist in Mexican bones.
You know what a bone doctor's called. So so Bowser doesn't fly, so he's just a giant crocodile.
No, but he's still a dragon. Like in
flutters.
the same way that Asian dragons don't have legs, they're still dragons.
But Bowser never flies.
He flutters.
You don't need to fly.
Yeah, you do.
No, he got his wings clipped. He's still a dragon. He can breathe fire.
He didn't have wings. He had a turtle shell.
He has a dragon mouth that can breathe fire. He's a dragon.
Oh, he
He's
does.
a dragon.
He does breathe fire.
Bowser's
Never
a
mind.
dragon.
You know what? Actually, surprisingly, Reign of Fire has the best reason for dragons breathing fire.
They do kind of get a science explanation of fuel and spark.
Very quickly. It's like a one sentence
Oh
thing.
yeah,
They're
but they explain it.
yeah, they're like, oh, their saliva is actually flammable,
It's essentially
and they
napalm.
use glands in their neck, and they actually show them that creates a
They
spark, which is
strike,
what,
yeah. Another weird one. What is it called? Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch is good, but that was just a drug movie about hot girls.
Was it?
They were hot.
Which, well, yes, correct. But which layer of insanity was that part?
I don't know.
Movie, I remember leaving it excited, but then the more I thought about it, the more I was just confused. And it's too much.
It was such a good man movie.
I don't want to knock Zack Snyder right after he just had his Justice League resurgence. Like, good for him.
It
but
was
I'm
four
also
four hot girls fighting
Is it four?
Nazis,
robots,
dragons,
zombie Nazis,
zombie Nazis,
dragons. You're
all of a sudden you were like
giant samurai. Only one of them fights giant samurai, but she's the best anyway.
Yeah. Vanessa Hudgens is kind of my thing.
Emily Browning.
We'll
Emily Browning.
talk about hot girls. In
That's
movies.
a subject in and of itself.
What's that? So
Emily Browning.
Vanessa Hudgens. Anyway, so yeah,
but that has a dragon, and they do kind of have a similar. The fire, they try and explain it. It's how they get fire is by defeating the dragon. It's just a similar. They try and explain some of you kill it and you get something from it.
oh yeah, they killed the baby dragon. That's
The
kind
little
of sad.
baby dragon.
That's kind of
Well,
sad.
if you have to kill a thing, why not kill the baby of that thing? If we're talking difficulty.
Still sad. Another one that's not very smart, and I actually think is also a wyvern or whatever the hell you called it.
You nailed it.
I totally did.
Wyvern.
Damn it, I did know that. Just say it with confidence.
You fucking nailed it.
So yeah, there's a lot of video games as far as they have one. Again, we already kind of talked about Mortal Kombat. What other what other games with dragons? Oh, Dragon Age.
That's a
There's
good.
one.
I know. I hate to admit, I didn't play a lot of Dragon Age. It seemed cool. Didn't play a lot.
You fool.
What was that game? PS3. It was with a motion controller with a 6-axis.
Oh, and it had the dragon.
What was that shit called?
I don't remember. If you
Do you
guys remember that game, that game was great. I actually played that game.
Yeah, it was one of the like launch titles.
Yeah.
For PlayStation 3. You controlled it with the 6-axis.
Yeah,
so it was
that
like,
actually, honestly,
what was that shit called?
Again, maybe it was for the time, but honestly, that was a lot of fun.
Someone help me out.
Yeah.
I'll try and Google
Just
it. But
Google
I hope someone beats me.
Dragon video games PS3 release title. That was a great one. Honestly, anytime any game has a dragon, I'm like, it bumps it up in points. It's kind of like when you talk about like the other.
Everything just comes up with Dragon Age.
Dragon Age?
No, it's not Dragon
It's not
Age.
Dragon Age.
No, it's not Dragon
It's
Age.
like one word, right?
Yeah, well, it's like Dragon War or something. Bowser's not a
Dragon Age isn't okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Nick, again, I say Bowser's not a dragon.
Nick!
Spriggan says he's a dragon turtle mix.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fair.
I would
That's fair.
give that.
He
Yeah,
is
that's
kind
fair.
of a turtle because he does have a shell. So he's a turtle
So,
dragon.
according to the people that made him, I guess, Bowser is a
Turtle
dragon, turtle, dinosaur hybrid.
Okay. Well, I would just leave off dinosaur because why would you include that? But
Dragons are dinosaurs, and dinosaurs aren't
he's a
dragons.
turtle. He's a dragon
Yeah, he's a dragon.
Turtles are dinosaurs.
or a turtle. But
Turtles aren't that scary.
Layer.
Maybe it's a draggle.
Layer, right? Layer.
Let me see that. Oh, it is Layer. Oh my
Layer,
god,
right?
It was
Yeah,
Layer.
Layer. 6-axis
movie.
shit. Kind of a short-lived game.
It was very short.
It was a launch title, I think. So
Yeah,
it was a
launch
big
title.
like, oh, I got a PS3 and I want to use this fancy controller.
It was fun though. I'll admit
It
that
was
I
fun.
played that. I thought it was
fun.
great. In all honesty, I love dragon games. There's actually one for the cell phone. I can't remember what it's called, but it's also pretty fun. I play it every once in a while. I don't.
The cell phone.
Yeah, for the cell phone. You guys know the cellular phone? It's out.
It's a cool platform.
Anyway.
I use the cellular phone occasionally.
Shut up. Shut up, all of you. I'm not that computer literate.
I don't know your
What?
computation device.
I think that Skyrim had the best dragons. Lair was a lot of fun, but again, it was just kind of
Skyrim
like
had the best dragon interaction.
Yeah.
Where there's smart dragons, but you can ride them, you can fight them, there's a bunch of options. And that
Well,
was
so
what
I have the book for it. I'm not gonna go grab it because it is inside my house. But they had like
the manual.
well, yeah, it has the manual, but it has a dragon language. It has parts of the dragon language.
Oh,
so
you
can
remember get deep nerd if you want to. I remember Thum.
Belozunda. You're like,
What?
did he just say?
I just remember Thum is what like the language was called,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's all the different shouts.
Fusro. Da! I had
Really
to block
glad
that.
you covered the mic.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
each
say
of
those
those
randomly
means-
in my house hoping I have powers.
False.
Yeah, it's totally false.
False.
I actually think my daughter knows Fusro Da.
She absolutely does. I wouldn't even be shocked if that was her first word. In fact, I'd be more surprised if they weren't in her top 10 words.
Yeah. One that Bree brought up is Spyro. Did you ever play Spyro?
I forgot about
yeah.
that.
I love Spyro.
I played it a
games.
long time ago, but they were really fun.
They were a lot of fun. I played Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. I actually thought Spyro was a better game as far as
phased
between.
out a bit. Like
Well, they just released them for the PS4 and like
re-releases. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, where is the series of Spyro going? Like, I want to.
Oh, they haven't. Well, they just did a re-release of Crash Bandicoot that I wouldn't be surprised.
I want a new game. I want a new Spyro.
Who makes?
I want
does
Spyro
Naughty,
PS5.
Does Naughty Dog make Spyro?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Can you check that, Wood?
Checking. Also,
Who
what
makes
about-
Spyro?
what about Avatar? Didn't they have dragons in Avatar where you connect them with like their
Oh, you're talking. Okay, sorry, I was talking
the movie Avatar?
Oh,
Sorry.
Airbender.
Avatar, James Cameron Avatar.
Yeah.
They were. Do you remember what they're called?
They're dragons.
They're basically dragons. They call them something different because they're
Those
alien,
are Wyverns.
They're alien planet dragons.
Wyverns?
They're technically wyverns, but yeah. What do they call them in the movie? Themselves?
I don't know, sex dolls
You have
because
that-
they
No,
use the
you
same
have
braid.
the Helu where you connect to them with your braid.
Yes, yes.
What a
Oh,
nerd.
is that too far nerd for you that I know Avatar?
Yeah.
I love that movie. All right, I'll watch that any day of the week.
What a dweeb.
It's the biggest money making movie of all time. I'm not alone. I bet people.
That's because people want to have sex with large blue creatures.
Exactly. That's why I watch it. And you connect with the dragon and you feel its inner thoughts.
I have dogs. They're stupid. I don't want to connect with their thoughts.
Can
Like,
you-
I should eat dog shit.
Can you ride?
No.
Can you ride a dragon while you fly?
Oh, I'm glad you said fly.
Can I ride a dragon when I fly?
Those dragons fly and they ride them, and it's supposed to be a big.
In Skyrim, you ride a dragon,
Yeah, but in Avatar,
but I don't connect it to
in
it
Avatar,
sexually.
it's a big like tribal experience. It's your
Yeah.
becoming a man.
Yeah,
or
you
an
lose
adult.
your virginity to a dragon.
No. That's what you do under the tree with the hot blue girl. But no,
No, the fact that you're like coming to a man, you use the same braid to have
you can
sex
only
as you
connect
do.
one because you do it with like the horse and stuff too. But a horse, it's like casual. You can just do that. But no, with the dragon, it's a one time you create a bond, the Helu, and
He's like, your braid's not long enough. He kicks you off.
yeah, the braid doesn't have enough girth. But no, you have to capture the dragon and you connect to it, and boom, you can fly. And Jake Sully is the one that can.
There's a second movie of that garbage.
No, there's gonna be like 5 of them.
It wasn't.
You don't know that? So okay, they made Avatar
I
1,
enjoyed it.
and they're currently making Avatar 2, 3, 4, and probably to 17.
Why?
Because James Cameron has money.
I hope that in the third movie, the Spartan from Halo comes in and starts.
I
murking
wouldn't
them.
even be a little surprised. It'd be great.
It would be great.
The first one's really good though.
It's good, but it's
Well, let's be honest. It's The Last Samurai with dragons. And The Last Samurai.
Do you know how many samurai are in that movie?
And-
0.
and also
Which, you know how good that makes it? Actually,
also,
you know what?
the last no. The Last Samurai is just Dancing with Wolves with samurais.
No.
Dancing with Wolves is just Fern
James
Gully.
Cameron, I know you watch because there's 7 people. I know you're one of them. You need to make Last Samurai with dragons. Greatest movie of all time.
Last Samurai is just the Dancing with Wolves with samurai, and Dancing with Wolves is just Fern Gully with wolves.
Yeah, but if there was a movie Last Samurai with
It
samurai
all
and
goes
dragons,
back to Fern Gully.
yeah, but if there was a movie with samurai
Avatar.
and
Avatar is Fern Gully with $1 billion.
he's not
budget.
even listening. If there was samurai and dragons, Cameron,
I'm not.
I would watch it 1 billion times.
I'm not arguing if you combined all of them. I'd also like Fern Gully involved, but
I would not. Just samurai,
And
dragons,
Fern
and
Gully.
Tom Cruise.
and Fern Gully.
And what's that guy's name? Watanabe?
Ken Watanabe.
That can't be his real name.
It's Ken Watanabe. He's the Last Samurai.
Yeah, but what's his? It has to be longer than Ken.
It's absolutely Ken, and then Watanabe.
He has a real Japanese name. It's not Ken.
It's absolutely Ken.
It's not. That's
It's Ken.
that's the other. That's the
His
male
name's
Barbie.
Ken.
That's the male Barbie.
Yeah.
So
It's Ken Watanabe is his last samurai.
Last Samurai with samurai and
And dragon.
dragons make it.
I'm not arguing. The Last Samurai would have been better with a couple dragons sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I like all those movies. I like Last Samurai. I like Avatar. I like Fern Gully. Fuck off. Like and Dancing with Wolves. Great.
Yeah, they're great movies.
So great.
But every one
They're
of
all
them
great.
would have been better with samurai and dragons.
Yes. The only negatives of the ones that don't have those things is the lack of those things.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
agree.
Fair
I
enough.
agree.
Fair
I agree.
enough. Fair enough. And Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner Dancing with Wolves. I would appreciate a samurai Kevin Costner. See? Damn, Ken not Watanabe.
No, I think it's like
Ken. It's Ken.
It's fucking Ken. He's a great actor.
He is a great actor.
He's wonderful.
He's amazing. He should play a dragon.
He would make a great dragon. Did you just blow your mind?
I just blew my own mind. You guys haven't all tried to blow yourself. I mean, your mind, you know what I mean?
Tried.
But I'll try on camera on OnlyFans. Anyway, you can check out our OnlyFans. No,
Starting an OnlyFans. Do we have a joint OnlyFans? Two separate OnlyFans.
I would say once. I would no, because the
Two
plus-
separate with special crossovers.
No. I'd say one, so that way we only have to do one every 2 weeks.
Fair.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna start an OnlyFans.
Why wouldn't you do that every day? Think of the money if you do it every single day. You're an idiot.
What?
Why wouldn't you do OnlyFans every single day?
No.
He
We
said every
wouldn't-
2 weeks.
Never 2 weeks. So he does one
We do it
week.
every other
I do.
week?
Yeah, we do it every other week.
Every other week.
Yeah, not every other
week.
day. Don't be
You gotta-
crazy.
You gotta tune in.
No,
for both
I
days.
would do it every single day.
Well, okay, tune into Brian's OnlyFans where he shows you his dick every fucking day. What a sales pitch.
You got to have him come back. Yeah.
Brian, will you throw,
I
will you
know,
throw up that
every
link in the
single
comments so
day.
people can subscribe to your OnlyFans? Because dat dick dough.
Speaking of
okay.
dragon,
Exactly.
I actually went
the
from,
white dragon.
from
Played
18
a few in my day.
from when I was 18 years old to 20 years old. I went 0 underwear. Right? I went.
You did.
I did. Yeah.
Don't
forgot
tell this
about that. I saw
story.
your dick
Don't
so
tell
many
this story.
times.
So 0 underwear.
Don't
I
tell
went.
this
You know, I was
story.
like,
Buck, just
Don't-
commando.
I
Are you
went.
going to really tell the entirety of this story?
Yeah. Hey, Ma.
It'd be weird if you
So
didn't.
Oh yeah, and you want to write? You want to watch? Do you tell me to watch what I say? Okay.
I expect
Go
to
on.
see a comment from Catherine any minute now.
yeah. So I went commando from 18 to 20, and with that, I had a zipper obviously on my pants. It created a callus on the back, and it
Denim
did. Now it
jeans-
looks like a jean. It looks
Denim
like a
jeans
dragon.
have a very aggressive zipper.
Yeah.
It's like was it copper? It's it looks aggressive. It's a sharp metal.
Yeah. And
yes,
anyway,
it wears and tears on the soft skin that is the shaft. Of the
exactly.
neck.
But now I have this like spine.
It's what
like
we
a
call
dragon.
crocodile flesh.
It kind of looks like that.
It's
You say,
dragon,
like,
yeah,
ooh,
dragon
yeah.
flesh. Dragon flesh, spiny,
For her-
spiny
for her pleasure. So Anyway.
shout out to Catherine. But
sorry, Ma.
please comment. I miss you.
Anyway, so those are great dragon movies. Are there any other dragon movies I missed? Spyro, by the way, is spelled with a Y. It's SPYRO. Brand. I don't want to like be
I
that guy.
don't want to correct you on your nerd shit, but you're
But
wrong.
I mean, it's kind of. Like, what do you do? That's kind of like our thing.
Any depictions of dragons that you just straight up hate?
Other than Mortal Kombat 2,
Mortal Kombat 2 is a great answer. I mean, it is one that's easy to hate. It's very poor claymation. It's claymation that looks less real than just anything. Like it's so bad.
it really is.
You could make a better clay model of a dragon just in 15 minutes with craft clay. It's
That's
terrible.
true. I can't think of any ones that I thought were bad. That's how good dragons are. Dragons and demons. There's very little.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? I think they're just
demons are a good subject.
Yeah. Well,
Later.
we'll do a demon
Write
one.
that
Yeah.
down. Write that down.
Demon.
It's fake.
DMIN. I got it. So, yeah, no, like I said, I think dragons. Well, and it captures a lot of people's imagination. That's why I think a lot of people believe they're real, right? So it's hard to like discount that because I mean, a lot of people believe it's real because they want to. You know what I mean?
I get that. I still think it's just they're interesting storytelling too because you can depict them as intelligent or beastly or they're very versatile. So they're in a lot of different things as different things.
Yeah.
And I think that makes them very interesting too. Again, I think Skyrim hits them really broadly because you fight them a lot where they are just kind of beastly things you have to kill. And then there's also ones that like are the main villain that give you these loud speeches or, you know, the helpful creatures that help you. They cover a lot of different levels of intelligence.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing with dragons is how smart are they? How intelligent are they? It varies a lot.
Yeah, I would say that obviously as far as like in reality, I don't believe that they are intelligent enough to talk.
Are you going to die on us?
Huh?
Are you going to die?
Yeah, I'm going to die. 1 second.
He's currently dying. It's Oh, he's dead.
Anywho, carrying on without him. Oh,
I freaking hate COVID.
He coughed fire.
Anywho, I'm going to cry. You ever want to see a grown man cry on camera? I got you.
Grown?
Not mentally matured, but grown. Yes, I would like to think.
Physically. Okay.
Physically.
Well, all physicality.
No, I still got
Join that OnlyFans.
I do me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I get by.
Everybody's into weird shit. So
there's a niche for everything.
There really is. It niche or niche?
I say niche.
Or niche.
You said niche earlier.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I think you misheard me or you're stupid.
It's recorded.
Did I?
Yeah, you totally did.
I was saying
You're
niche.
You said like you're like, hey, there's like a niche for something,
There's
and
no way I said that.
we'll have to do it.
I think you heard yourself, or you're an asshole.
Oh, thanks, Macintosh. My boobs do look great in this shirt. I thought so too. So here's the thing. I know.
Solid.
Hold on, really quickly. I know my milkshake bring all the boys to
Well,
the
the
yard.
boys are already in the yard.
So no, I know. What's up, baby?
Well, you could teach them, but you'd have to charge.
Oh, that is true. I have to charge. So all of you donate $5 to my because that's how much I'm charging right now.
He will teach you how to get all of your boys in.
Exactly. Thank you, though. So, I don't even know how to go about that. Thanks, Junior.
We were talking bad depictions of dragons. What do you hate?
Oh yeah.
And, Mortal Kombat's the obvious. It's very solid.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's terrible ones that I've just purged from my memory.
Probably.
To me, Game of Thrones, not to dive into this whole subject, but season 8, they're really disappointing because they go from these mysterious, like violent. They seem some level of intelligent, and in season 8, they kind of turn into dumb animals a little bit. And part of it is every character turns into a dumb animal in season 8, including the writers. And so it really just starts to just lose its ground.
I'm going to be honest, though. If she was the Dragon Queen, I'd probably follow her into stupidity as well. She's hot. She's my queen. Whatever her name is, yeah. How do I get merch? All right, Nick, that's what I'm talking about.
We got you.
We got you.
Where's your shirts tonight, guys, to show them off?
I was doing Lord of the Rings because there's like...
Just go get one.
Did you get one around here?
Just go get one and hold it up so at least they can see your shirt.
I
Nick.
do have shirts. Nick, I will get you one.
We got you.
You just post your size. You know, just
We'll be in.
actually don't do it on here because you don't want everybody to see. You know what I mean? But I got you, boo.
Extra small.
So go to Facebook, just DM me. You know what I mean?
Don't you have one? Don't you have one you can hold up and show? Where is it?
Yeah, you would think that I have them right here, but I actually don't. Weapons, I could. Dude, you need to see like a club. No, I really don't. They're all. I have no. I gave it away.
Fucking ass.
I gave it away. People want merch.
That's fine. We will have some, and we've got more, and they're on the way. And don't you worry. And was it Nick DM us?
Yeah.
Shoot a DM. We'll get you whatever size and whatever style, color.
Just slip into my DMs.
Hard.
So anyway, so yeah, let us know again on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch.
I want to know more favorite dragons and least favorite dragons.
Exactly.
Favorite, least favorite.
And also name as many movies with bad dragons. And if you say Dragonheart, I will
as a least favorite.
Yeah, as a least favorite.
It's favorite.
Yeah, if it's a favorite,
Dragonheart's everyone's favorite.
If it's a least favorite, I'll find you. Like, I don't know. Like, I will find you.
It's hard to compete with a Sean Connery dragon.
Yeah, don't mess with that. 007 dragon.
Exactly. That's the thing is,
it's
a dragon. That
sorry,
will, like,
one more movie, and then I swear we're gonna get off.
No, that's perfect.
One that honestly, I for some reason think about all the time is the dragon from Shrek. And the reason why I think about that dragon,
the donkey has sex with it.
So
and they have babies
outside of my house. I have a little it's an open field, and they put donkeys every once in a while in there. And every time I see that donkey, every once in a while he'll have a heart on. And yes, I look because that's who I am.
And you picture yourself as a dragon.
And I'm like, no, I'm just sitting there going like, how did he have sex with that dragon?
So you
because there are certain cultures, and you can ask around that donkeys,
small dick guys have sex with
donkeys actually have bigger dicks than horses. So it would only stand.
I'm gonna pause you right there, Brian. What?
Yep. Donkey.
No, real quick.
Not this guy.
Real quick. What?
I've been some places. And I've seen these things, and donkeys have bigger dicks than horses, so it only stand to reason. With a big
have you directly compared?
A big old donkey dick is going to handle a dragon.
No, hold on. That was the best start to an answer. Is which one's bigger? Is big donkey dick? Big old donkey. Big old donkey dick.
But no. How do you know one's bigger than? Did you directly compare? Did you directly compare?
Wait.
Hell yeah. No, you know what? Thailand's a crazy place. So I always watch.
Been there, done that. But
whenever I see that, and he's like right behind, he's like, what's actually? Oh, he sings this song. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. I do.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, he sings that at the end, and he's singing that with the dragon show.
He is
taking her butt.
Oh, the donkey says that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
it's like end credits.
Yeah, exactly.
End credits. Yeah.
And he was
so he likes fat dragon ass.
Yeah, he's like, I like big butts, I cannot lie. These other brothers can't deny. When a big
dragon
walks in with a big itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get feelings. I actually, honestly, I know a lot of that Shrek song.
I've discovered this is the main pull away from this is I haven't watched Shrek recently enough.
Watch Shrek.
You ought to.
There's a dragon in it, so it's relevant.
And
good. I mean, they have. I can't remember. Did the babies look part dragon?
I can't remember because I didn't see the sequels of that either.
No, but they show them in the end.
They're donkey dragons. Yeah,
are they donkey dragons? Is that disgusting? Am I closed-minded?
No, that's like a demon.
No, that's like
the hooves of a. Because honestly,
it's a hooven cloved foot. Like
we just dove into some crazy shit.
I would give him a high five.
Religions, right? With the
dragon donkeys.
Yeah, dragon donkeys are. No. Dragons are.
Is that how demons started?
Probably.
Is Shrek?
Yeah.
No, it had to have been Shrek.
Shrek covered the origin of religion?
I think Shrek came out as a short story, and then the Bible, then the movie.
Shrek is a proxy for Jesus.
You know what? I kind of... No, we're not going to go that far. Because Please, Mom, don't hate me. So...
Again, Catherine, please comment. I miss you. But...
Anyway, tell us your favorite dragon, your least favorite dragon.
Yeah, favorite and least favorite. I want you to talk one up and trash talk one.
Yeah. Again, the worst rendition of a dragon. Let us know. Again, like us on, follow us on Twitch. Subscribe. Subscribe if you'd like to as well. I mean, that's money. YouTube, follow or like and subscribe.
All the things.
Also, hit that little bell because apparently it means something. I don't know because we've got like 8 people, and then also Facebook. Slide into our DMs. We kind of like it. So, and then OnlyFans no, we don't have it OnlyFans yet. But
if you want an OnlyFans, please request it. We will maybe consider it.
I mean,
I'm just throwing out ideas.
If you want an OnlyFans, send us a picture of your. No, I don't really. Just slide into our DMs.
Just shoot me a message if you want an OnlyFans. But yes, favorite dragon, least favorite dragon has been great.
All right, have a good one, guys. Love you.